If you want to access the best multifamily deals, building strong relationships with brokers is an absolute must. Hey, Small Axe community, it's your boy Nico. This show is dedicated to helping you use your small axe to build a personal empire. So, on this show, I'm going to share some real, raw, behind the scenes info that's going to help you build your own multifamily portfolio. So if you enjoy this show, I would love it if you could share it with somebody that you think could get value from it and write a review. It's the only way that we can grow this thing. Now let's get to work. Let's jump into this episode and start sharpening those axes. All right, so this episode is going to be talking a little bit about getting you involved with how to deal with brokers, how to build relationships with brokers, and how you stand out in a crowded market today. So yeah, this is still very pertinent because there are so many people out there looking for deals. And yes, it's less than it was 2-3 years ago, but there's still a lot of competition and you need to stand out. So I'm going to cover 2 strategies today that can help you out, in my opinion, gain some traction with brokers. And why? Why are we going to reach out to brokers? Okay, so brokers are typically the gatekeepers. These are the ones that hold access to the best deals or the deals, period. They're the ones that are doing the legwork of doing all the outreach and relationships, building relationships with sellers, building relationships with potential sellers and property owners today, so that they cultivate these relationships for years to eventually have the opportunity to sell their property. And that's where we come in. Now, there's a fee involved. So you might be paying a premium when you get deals from a broker, but that doesn't mean you're always going to be paying a premium. Sometimes people are willing, as long as you're in the game, right? You have to be in the game and involved and ready with a good relationship with a broker in order to get a deal done. So if you are ready for a deal, deals will come. A broker may be talking to 100 different owners at one time or in one day even. And within those 100, somebody might say, hey, Mr. or Mrs. Broker, I have an emergency. I need to sell this property within 30 days. Can you help me out? And if you are on the broker's list for qualified buyers, you're good to go. Okay. So this is something that is extremely important. You have to be on the radar of brokers if you want to get deals. Yeah, you can go to wholesalers. Yeah, you can go direct to seller. Yeah, you can find different methods and means of finding deals, but the majority of deals will get done through a broker. Obviously, it might not be the best deal, as I was saying before, but it still could be the best deals. So brokers have to get a fee. The brokerage has to get a fee. They have to collect, they have to earn an income. So do wholesalers, right? And a seller might as well want to get some sort of benefit out of it. All the sellers that I talk to are charging or looking to get double or more than that of what a broker would tell them to list it for. So it's not necessarily true that if you go off market, you're going to get the deal of a lifetime. Sometimes brokers have those deals. They're everywhere. The point of this episode is to emphasize the fact that you need to have multiple working relationships, finding deals everywhere, and brokers have the majority of deals. So today we need to talk about how you are going to get access to the best deals or the most deal flow possible through broker relations. Now, number one, why does a relationship with a broker matter? That's step one. You need to know why you need that relationship. Well, a broker will only be offering you a deal or say yes to your LOI if they have confidence that you can close this deal. And the only way that they have confidence in you being able to close a deal is either they have proof that you have done it before and you're going to show them proof somehow. And if you don't have proof, your team members or the people that you surround yourself or affiliate yourself with should have that proof. And another way that they would choose you is if you have the money in the bank. So you could just show POF, what's called proof of funds. Just show them, hey, look, I got $1 million sitting in the bank. I'm ready to spend it. That will give you certainly give you some clout with the broker, but not always. Okay. What's really important is that a broker knows how you operate, how you think, how you look at deals, how you analyze deals, and whether or not you can close on the deal. Extremely important. So you might have that $1 million in the bank, or you might have $0 in the bank. But what really matters is how you have interacted with the broker over the past X amount of time, whether that be months or years, how you share, how you analyze and look at deals, how you're going to get the deal done, your thought process through the due diligence period and how you present your offers up front. If my offer to a broker is $1 million, I'm going to buy this property for $1 million. Well, what does that include? Does that include a CapEx budget, or am I going in there with my strong $1 million offer only to retrade later on? A broker needs to know that. Are you a retrader, or are you already factoring in everything you can? You know that your top purchase price already factored in things like CapEx. Extremely important. So here's a quick story about how I have cultivated a broker relationship. It took me 3 years, guys. I say this all the time. I was sharing deals or my viewpoints on deals with a broker, a particular broker, for years. I flew down to Florida, met this person, and had been discussing and analyzing all the deals that this person was putting out and giving feedback. Very important to give feedback of sharing how you would do the deal, how you would close the deal, where you're coming in on purchase price, and why. And it's just important. The broker needs to know how you're thinking. And if the broker sees you as like all over the place, not knowing what they're doing, they're likely not going to pick you. And then I also shared with this one particular broker that, hey, we're closing on a sale of our 194 unit. We're going to have some money to deploy. That was also strong credibility for me to get that next deal that I finally got. And the deal that I'd done prior, yeah, it wasn't my own deal. So when I say it took me 3 years to do my first deal, it was my own first deal as me being the lead syndicator. Okay. So be upfront. So you want to talk to a broker. You want to provide them with a one pager. That's the main topic of this episode. I'm going to give you access to my one pager, and I'm going to tell you how to create your one pager. But for your one pager, you want some investment criteria. You want to talk about your target property, your target size, the class, and market or submarket or neighborhood. Talk about what the build is, the structure of what kind of structure you're looking for, et cetera. When a broker sends you a deal, you're going to analyze it ASAP, as soon as possible, and respond very quickly. It shows professionalism, and it shows that you're respecting their time. Follow through. If you go tour a property, show up to the property, be there, get there on time, do your due diligence, look at everything, ask questions, have a notepad, take pictures, etc. Be honest about your experience. If you're new, don't pretend to be like a seasoned investor. Don't go in there and say, I am confident that this deal is not going to work because X, Y, and Z, but you've never done a deal before. Come on, you don't know that. Instead, just highlight your enthusiasm. Talk about how excited you are to work with this person. And that was another thing that the broker said. After I closed on that particular deal, he flew up from Florida to New York, and he said to me, I asked him, why did you choose me? And he said, at one point, I said to him, I'm so excited for the deal, for the day that we do a deal together. And he never forgot that. And he knew that I was just a good person to work with. Okay. Now, why do we need a one pager? So the one pager is going to help you summarize all the thoughts and present yourself professionally for a broker. It's going to give you a sense of credibility as well. So you need a one pager to provide the brokers. There are a multitude of types of one pagers. I have a one pager to be a speaker on a podcast. I have a one pager that I provide to investors, but I don't really even do this anymore. I feel like my credibility is done. But you, as a new investor, you might, or a new person investing in a market, maybe the market is new to you and you're a seasoned investor, you're going to need some sort of one pager. And I have used my one pager first in the beginning, initially, to build that broker relationship. And here is how you create your killer one pager. You need some contact information. People, as silly as it sounds, people forget that. You need your name, your email, your phone number, logo. If you don't have a logo, maybe now's the time to get one. But if you don't have one, it's totally fine. Have a mission statement, some sort of concise, like short summary of your investment goals. Example, we acquire value-add multifamily properties in growth markets to deliver strong returns for our investors. Something like that, okay? Share your experience and track record. If you are new, though, you could just bullet point, I have done X and X deals, sold X and X deal, etc. But if you're new, use a partner, a potential partner, or a mentor, somebody that you know in the space that is willing to let you use them as credibility. I had to do the same thing, guys. I used my mentors, 2 of them, and it was incredible. It helped. It worked. It shows the broker that you have connections to people that can help you get the deal done. And remember, this is what they want. They want the deal to get done. Okay. So share your target criteria, what you're looking for, maybe 10 to 20 units, B or C class properties in value add areas and with median income of $50,000 or more, etc. I look for 2 beds, a mix of 2-in-1s, a mix of studios, 2s-and-1s, all 1 beds, whatever it is. I look for maybe townhomes. I look for things with garages, 2 parking spots. Just share as much as you possibly can to help the broker understand in this one-pager what you look for. Next, talk about how you can fund the deal. Mention your financing strategy. Maybe you're pre-qualified for something. Maybe you have private investors on hand, ready to go. Maybe you will syndicate deals and you have access to so much X amount of capital because of whatever groups you're in. Share maybe if you have the experience that you have done X amount of raises before. For example, a $2.5 million raise is huge. If you have never done a raise, talk about your mentor or your partner's experience and how much they have raised and how they have the ability to raise quickly and close quickly within X amount of time. If you can close 30, 45 days, that's incredible. If you take 90 plus days to close a deal, which is acceptable sometimes, but it's not ideal, maybe share that or leave that out, but say that you have closed X deals. Then get a professional photo and branding and all that stuff. Make it look clean and nice. I have a one-pager that I can share with you. Very easy. Just email me or text me and I can give you my Canva link. It is a template that you can just download by yourself and then edit it. It's really simple to use. And eventually I'll make a video on YouTube on how to do this, how to make it yourself. But Canva is very simple to use if you don't use Canva, C-A-N-V-A. Okay, so now when you're going to introduce yourself to brokers via email, you're going to attach this one-pager. You're going to, if you go on property tours, or if you're going in person to meet them, bring copies of them or some sort of way to email it to them. Make sure you get their email and you send this one-pager to them. Use it as a follow-up tool after different conversations to stay top of mind, because sometimes brokers perhaps don't either save that one-pager or recall the information. So occasionally, every few weeks or a couple of months, email them, hey, this is what I'm looking for. This is my one-pager. Just so you know, this is who I am. I'm here. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to buy. I'm excited. I love the last 3 deals that you just put out. I underwrote them and I was really close on purchase price, but I was off on this, etc. The purpose is to maintain communication with brokers so that you are top of mind. Okay. All right. Here are some other tips to strengthen your broker relations. So networking events, attend as many as you can. Invite brokers to your networking events if you host them. Send thank you notes after you tour a deal. You want to send a personalized thank you email or note, just sharing your experience and how appreciative you are. And provide value to brokers. So share some insights, some market data, some referrals. I always refer people, hey, if I can't buy this deal, I might know somebody that does. Maybe this guy's got a 1031 exchange, etc. And gifts if you want, if you feel comfortable. I made cutting boards to give to brokers. That's just something that I do, and they love that. So it helps them always think about me, especially if they have it in their kitchen. They're thinking about me all the time. Okay, now let's recap. Building strong broker relationships and creating a killer one-pager are 2 of the most powerful tools that you can use today to unlock deal flow and grow your multifamily portfolio or begin your multifamily journey. If you want a head start in doing this, just go to smallxcommunities.com. I can give you an email me there or email me here just by using my email, If you want to get a head start, go to smallxcommunities.com. If you want a head start in this game, go to smallxcommunities.com and I will make sure you get on my mailing list and I will get you a free one-pager template. Or you could just email me directly at nico.salgado456@gmail.com or info@smallxcommunities.com requesting my free one-pager template, and I will give you the template for it. Guys, go out there, make your Canva one-pager today, attach it to all your emails, put a drip campaign in your, or put a notification in your Asana to check in with brokers every 2-3 weeks or more, and grab some deals. Love you. All right, and that's a wrap, Small X community. So I wanted to take a minute to say thank you so much for listening to the show. And if you liked it or got any value from it, it would really mean the world to me if you would share it with someone else and write a review. Remember, guys, keep sharpening those axes. Let's get out there. Let's crush it. Love you guys.